Yo, it's Kingdom of Boxing. Just wanted to drop a video on the Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas. Because I know if I don't drop it now, I'll probably not end up doing it, or doing it in the last minute, and I don't like to do that. What's the point of dropping a prediction in the last minute? People, you know what I mean? People need to see it first, soon, because a prediction video runs out of date as soon as the fight happens, right? So let me drop my prediction on this. Look, Ugas is actually slept on. A lot of people slept on Ugas over the years because of his record. But if you actually go back and look at his fights, most of his losses are robberies. He didn't lose in fights, although very close decisions. I don't think he's been knocked out, has he? I think he's got 3 L's on his record. I know the first one, he got robbed, clearly got robbed. The second one, I think he got robbed the second one as well. 2 fights in a row, was it? But then he had a close fight with Porter, which could have gone either way. So Ugas is 100% an elite level fighter. He belonged, and we've seen what he just did to Pacquiao as well, right? So, and Pacquiao's not fully done. Pacquiao looked half decent against Furman. So, you know, yeah, Pacquiao is kind of out of the door, but at the same time, Ugas had to be that guy to perform, to show that, because a lot of fighters would have still lost to Pacquiao on that night. So Ugas is an elite level fighter without shadow of a doubt. He's like I say, he's a real champion. He deserves that belt. He beat Pacquiao fair and square, and he's in there against the number 2 in the division, in my opinion, who is Errol Spence. I got Terence Crawford as number 1, but Errol Spence is number 2 in the division, and that's who he's fighting. Errol Spence has had his downs as well. Errol Spence has had his downs recently. Even though Errol Spence is an elite level fighter, they're both elite level fighters. Errol Spence has had his downs. He had the car accident. Apparently he had another one after that as well. And then he had the eye injury. He missed out on the Pacquiao fight. He's not been in the ring for a while. So look, it's not looking great for Errol Spence fans. And even though we know Errol Spence is an absolute beast, is he still the same fighter? That's what everybody's questioning. Nobody's satisfied with the Danny Garcia performance. And plus, that was quite far away. He didn't have the eye injury then, or apparently he didn't have it then. But a lot of people believe that he caught the eye injury from the car accident. So, you know, it's all over the place. This fight is a fucking meaningful fight. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, man. It's a good fight, a solid fight. It can really go either way. People do not sleep on Ugas. I'm not sure what the betting odds are like, but it would be a good bet to bet on Ugas, because anything can happen in this fight. You know, karma, what comes round goes round. A lot of the Errol Spence fans spoke bad on the Kell Brook eye injury, the eye situation, and then he ended up suffering another one in the eye in that fight. And 5 years down the line, what happens? Errol Spence suffered the same injury. So it's karma. And you never know what happens in the ring. Right? We've seen what happened in Kell Brook's situation. Now it could happen to Errol Spence. So we've got to be careful with that. But me as a person, I'll always go with who I think is the better fighter. Who is the better fighter? I don't care about your injuries, this, that, or this could happen, or what if this happens, or what if this cut opens up, or what if this... That's all he says, she says. I'll never make a prediction on things like that, unless it's really serious, like a David Hayes situation with a tore ankle or some shit, or you just know he's fully broken down, do you know what I mean? But Errol Spence, we don't know that yet. As far as we know, he's still an undefeated fighter. He looked good against Danny Garcia. He still looks strong. He's probably the biggest fucking guy in the division. He's like 5'10", a legit 5'9", 5'10", right? So, and also, Errol Spence has a nutritionist. Do you know what? I'm shocked. I never knew Errol Spence never used to have a nutritionist his whole career. He's always done it his own way. Just made his own food, or had his missus making for him, or his family, or whatever, or go to restaurants. Do you know what I mean? He's never had a chef at home, a nutritionist. and somebody that's telling him make sure you're drinking all the time, making sure you're keeping up to date with the water, making sure you're eating right. He never had that, but this camp he has it. So imagine Errol Spence could be even stronger in this fight. He could be a lot stronger. He could be his stamina could be a lot better, and that means his what's it called? What's it fucking called, man? Resistance or whatever you call it would be even better as well. Will be good. Do you know what I mean? At the same time, Ugas ain't really a hard hitter. So listen, I'm going too long, man. I'm going too long. I want to keep this like 10 minutes long. So as far as the fight going, I predict it being close early. Errol Spence slowly breaking down. Ugas getting caught with a lot of shots as well, but overall, I see Errol Spence getting the decision coming on later on after the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and the championship rounds. Hopefully, Errol Spence really turns it on and gets a clear win, because I do hope he wins this fight. I want to see the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight. I don't want to see no Spanish in the woodworks, and it's looking hopeful. Can you imagine that, guys? Errol Spence and Terence Crawford in the ring together. Yes. While they're both still undefeated. Come on. But yeah, I'll pick Errol Spence in this fight. A 12-round unanimous decision, because I don't feel like Errol Spence has really been stopping many people. He went 12 with Mikey Garcia, which was very disappointing. He went 12 with Danny Garcia, which was, you know, Danny Garcia's a tough cunt, so I didn't expect, I expected that to be a 12-round fight, but also the Porter fight went 12 rounds, and that was a life and death fight for Errol Spence. That really was a life and death fight. He did pull it out of the woodworks with that knockdown in the 12th round, which was a beautiful knockdown. And I see maybe Errol Spence will score 1 or 2 knockdowns against Ugas as well. That would really help him, because I do feel like he will get outboxed in spots, in stages at times. Do you know what I mean? And he will get made. He will be made to miss a lot, because Ugas has a great defense. Like we know, he's a fucking Cuban, and we know they're very slick, very defensively responsible, have a great jab and have a great boxing IQ and boxing brain and great footwork and just everything. Do you know what I mean? They just got a great all-round boxing abilities. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this is a great test for Errol Spence to see where he really is. Overall, I feel like the lack of power from Ugas and the strength and determination of Errol Spence will grind this down and get the win, and get a legit win, not no split decision or not none of that. I see Errol Spence getting a clear win. Maybe early he might lose a few rounds, but I feel like he'll turn it up, and towards the end he'll shine. Yeah, that's what I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's what I see. You man, let me know in the comment section who you got and why. Do you think that I think can really play a factor, or do you think I'm looking past it? Because you guys can catch Errol Spence in the eye. Like I'm saying, he's not got the power to really stop Errol Spence. Well, he probably has, but he's not got that many stoppages on his resume, so he hasn't got that much power from what we know. But you know, any a jab couldn't even do something to Errol Spence's eye, mess it up. We don't know where he is. So let's hope. I think this fight's this Saturday as well. Let me just. Oh, I can't be able to do the check. Is it this Saturday, people? Hopefully it is this Saturday. I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, and if it's not, if it's next Saturday, that's even better, because that means I've got my video don't run out for another week. It don't expire for another week, so people can still check it out, see what I've got to say. I'm going to make a post-fight for this as well. There's a few good fights as well. I'm going to start dropping some content on my channel, hopefully. A lot of prediction videos I want to make. There's a lot of good fights coming up that I'm really looking forward to. Obviously this one, the Errol Spence fight, that I've still not dropped no fucking videos on, the Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte fight. I'm really looking forward to Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Rivas. That's a great... Is it Oscar Rivas? Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez, my bad, people. Oscar Valdez. See how the names are so similar. Oscar Rivas, Oscar Valdez. But Oscar Rivas, I know Oscar Rivas is the guy that fought Dylan White, and Oscar Valdez is the guy, the Mexican, that's fighting Shakur, is the 130 pounder, champion at 130. Right? He's the one that got his jaw broke by Scott Quigg. Good shot, lad, good shot. I like that fight. That was a fucking fight. Anybody, if you're bored and you want to watch a fight, go fucking find Oscar Valdez, sorry, my bad, Oscar Valdez versus Scott Quigg. What a fucking fight. And they're only 130 pounders, you know what I mean? They're just little guys, but they're smashing it, mate. Both of them, mate. Both of them came out like fucking different people. I don't think I even seen Scott Quigg since then. But yeah, great fight. But yeah, like I say, man, I'm picking Errol Spence, a unanimous decision. I feel that's the safest prediction. That's how I see it playing out. Like I say, I don't really see Errol Spence getting the stoppage in this fight. And even if it's a close fight or anything like that, I feel like they have to give the decision to Errol Spence as well. So even if I am slightly off and I feel like and I'm sleeping on Ugas, and Ugas actually outboxes Errol Spence slightly, or just outworks Errol Spence or whatever, he still won't get the decision unless it's like a clear, absolute one-sided beatdown. Do you know what I mean? There's too much money on Errol Spence. This is Showtime PBC, and Errol Spence is one of the cash cows, and he's the welterweight champion. Do you know what I mean? And they've got the Terence Crawford fight that they're looking forward to, and they're building up. So a loss right now for Errol Spence, it's just something that they don't want. They don't need. That's the last thing they need in the fucking situation. I think they're still trying to build the Crawford fight, and I think they're trying to age out Crawford a little bit as well, which is not fair, you know. But I don't think they'll be able to age out Crawford. Like, they think they can. All they're gonna do is they're just gonna try and cherry pick Crawford when he's a bit older, but they're just doing the wrong thing. Just like they did when they tried to cherry pick Tyson Fury after his layoff for Deontay Wilder, and they ended up picking the wrong guy and just like fucking up. And that's what will happen with Terence Crawford. Like, Terence Crawford will still be better than Errol Spence when he's 40. And if anything, Errol Spence seems to be on a decline quicker than Crawford. And look at how Crawford's dealing with these people. So listen, this is nothing to do with Crawford. Like, my bad. This is Errol Spence, Ugas prediction. And I've got Errol Spence. So you, man, let me know in the comment section who you got. Let me know what other type of videos you want to see. Kingdom of Boxing and Gone, people. Safe.